I told my mom and dad that because they voted for someone who wants me dead, that they no longer have the privilege of having their daughter and their granddaughters in their life. And I told them, never contact me again. I'm never calling you. I want nothing to do with you. And take me out of the will. I have a younger brother who is also a MAGA. I said, when you guys pass away, give him the entire house. I don't want to inherit your house. I don't want anything from you. I don't want to hear from you ever again.
The time has come where I am cutting off my MAGA parents because I can't do this anymore. After years of trying to avoid the politics conversation with them because I know they are MAGA. And that was the only way we could have a relationship, is if we did not talk about it. Well, I'm done. I'm done. Even if my mom is ill, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. She had the fucking nerve on the phone with me. We were arguing about ICE and how they're violently tearing families apart, detaining and deporting people without due process. And she said, I don't give an F about brown people. And then, I don't give an F about slur. And I said to her, this is literally what the Nazis did. The way you're talking, this is what the Nazis did. And she had the fucking gall to say to me, well, your dad is German. And she said, and you are too. And I said, but my kids are going to grow up with empathy. And I hung up on her. And I'm about to block her because that's it. That's it.
So my parents cut me off for supporting Donald Trump. My family disowned me. My cousins don't speak to me. I'm alone in this world, but you know, it's cool. I'm still going to fight for what I believe in. And I'm still voting for Donald Trump on November 4th. And best believe I'm going to that NYC Trump rally on the 27th. And I'm going to fight for what I believe in. The Democrats love to brainwash black people into thinking that they're the best candidates for this country. But I ain't believing that shit. Make America great again. Trump, baby.
But, like, I love my parents so much. And, like, it just sucks. Because maybe this is always who they were. I just didn't see it. Maybe it's just gotten so much worse. But it's like I'm grieving people that are alive. And people make jokes like, just gotta cut out your MAGA family. It's not that simple. And maybe it is for some people, but I'm so codependent with my parents. And I just want so desperately there to be one scripture verse or one video or one thing that'll just like flip a switch. Let them see that they're not living like the Christ that they raised me to love. They're hurting real people with their beliefs. They're hurting me. It just sucks, bro. It just sucks. It sucks having MAGA parents. And MAGA siblings and MAGA grandparents and MAGA in-laws. I'm drowning out here, bro. It just sucks. Like, even to call human beings aliens. Like, it takes one simple Google search. The bill is right there. All of the things are right there. They don't want information. They want whatever aligns. It just sucks. I don't understand.
Whenever I feel guilty about not talking to my parents anymore, I ask myself this. Why would I expose myself to people who I have to go to therapy, I have to seek self-care and healing in order to be around every time I'm around them, who have never gone to therapy for me, who refuse to go to therapy or do any type of self-help, self-reflection, development for me? I wouldn't walk across hot coals for someone. So why am I doing that every time I see my parents, emotionally speaking? When they not only will not walk across hot coals for you, they won't even think of the idea to sweep away the coals so you have a clear path to walk through so you don't get hurt. It doesn't even occur to them. Doesn't even occur to them that it hurts you to have to see them. And there are layers of it, because that it doesn't occur to them that it could be hurtful, that their lingering traumas and bullshit that they refuse to work through hurts you, is a hurt in of itself, because it's like you're aware of the neglect and they are not. It's really helped me look at my time, my space, my health as a value. It has a value a monetary value if you're talking about the cost of therapy, and it helps to take them off the pedestal, because naturally as kids our parents are on a pedestal, and by thinking of it this way you're taking them and putting them on the plane of everyone else, and when you look at them as just everyone else, they're really old miserable people who will never change, not even to save the relationship with their children.
And politics really tear families apart. Across America, some parents and children say they are no longer speaking because of their political beliefs. But why are these divisions becoming so personal? Can families ever find common ground again? Let's watch more clips and we'll come back to talk about it.
I thought it would be easier talking about leaving MAGA as a 3-time Trump voter than it is, but some of y'all are really mean. And I get this was me this time last year, but that doesn't matter. Because again, my feelings matter. Years never mattered. The level of hate I'm getting is unreal. People telling me to have accountability, to put the work into my community instead of coming on the internet and crying for myself. Like, you just don't get it. So much for the tolerant left. You guys are exactly how the right describes you. Like, how do you not get that this shit is hard?
My parents voted for Trump, and I'm not talking to them right now. My brother voted for Trump, and I'm not talking to him right now. And some of you might think that's extreme, but here's the thing. I mentioned in a video a while back that comfort is the cost for change. It is extremely uncomfortable for me to distance myself from my parents, particularly because they're 82 and 85. My brother, he's living his life. He thinks he's more pure and delightsome than dark and loathsome, so that's its own thing. And if any of my nieces and nephews are watching this, it is what it is, right? 2025 is the year of the crash out for me, so get ready. In any case, I'm not speaking with my parents right now. They called me shortly after my birthday because right after the election, I shared in a family group chat. I said, you know what you did. Don't contact me unless I contact you first. If there's an emergency, contact a sibling. I'm sharing this with you because I see people saying, oh, well, it's going to take time. We have to be nice. You take your time, I'll take my space, right? So
a post is going viral after a MAGA mom who's on SNAP benefits called out her family for not lending her money for groceries. In this Facebook post, this mom said that her husband is on the GI Bill and she has 2 kids. She continues by saying she's at her wit's end and she's overwhelmed and doesn't know what to do. She said that she asked her husband's mom, and the mom responded with, "You voted for this." Now, of course, I had to read through the comment section on this post, and the comments varied. In reading the comment section of the post, it looked like people were split. Some who have great relationships with their family in light of different political stances said they would help, while others said they've had complete falling outs with those family members and they would not help. What are your thoughts? If you were in the same situation, would you help this family member and use it as a teaching moment about the impact of politics on people's lives? Or would you say, FAFO, too bad, so sad?
Here's the reality. Political division in America didn't begin with one election, and is not limited to one political party. Research has shown that politics has become a bigger part of many people's identities, making disagreement feel deeply personal rather than simply differences of opinions. Social media, 24 hours news, and online algorithms often amplify the most emotional and controversial voices, making compromise seem less common than it really is. For some families, disagreement over immigration, religion, abortion, the economy, or democracy have created real tension, and in some cases, relationships have suffered. But many families also find ways to disagree without walking away from each other, choosing respect over resentment and conversation over silence. At the end of the day, elections come and go, but parents, children, brothers, sisters, and lifelong friendships often last much longer than any political campaign. The question is whether we can disagree without seeing each other as enemies. What do you think? Has politics strengthened your relationship or made them more difficult? Share your thoughts in the comment respectfully, and before you go, do well to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next.